Hi, I'm Evan Pantazi. I'm here to talk to you today about a very cool thing that I've been working with for a number of years, and it's just getting cooler and cooler as it goes. How cool, say you do a kata, okay? Any kata at all, doesn't matter what style. It could be a kung fu form, it could be a karate kata, it could be a pattern from judo, it could be a pattern from salat or a technique from salat. It could be anywhere. But how cool would it be is if every time you practice that form, that kata, for example, every movement is working on an opponent. That's great enough, and everybody seems to think that that's what they're doing anyway. Either they're blocking, they're punching, they're kicking, whatever they're doing. How about if you were involved in a tegumi, which is like a man-to-man, hand-to-hand fighting aspect? Not just sparring, not taking attacks from distance, but you got the guy. You're in it. You're in the fight. You're not in a sparring mode or a timing, distancing thing to get into the fight. You're in the fight. How cool would it be if you could take your kata from the beginning action as your initial clench, initial grab, okay, and take that whole kata step by step, exactly how the kata is done, and have an answer for that person, even though they're throwing attacks back and forth at you. You just keep going through your kata and you're handling all these attacks. How much more valuable would that kata be? You would be practicing that, and every time you'd be practicing, it'd be like practicing grabbing your partner at the dojo, all right? And you're going to work your way through it. Well, that's what I've got for you doing the Hengetsu. Okay, now I'm doing a Hengetsu seminar in Switzerland this year. It's at the end of August, and you'll find the link below. And what I've done is I've got two tegumi type of drills. One is a tegumi where it's punches, kicks, and all sorts of attacks, where you start with the first action and you keep going through it as the person's attacking, you counter-attacking, and you're getting, you're defending yourself at the same time as you're attacking. All, of course, leveled at Kyusho attacks. So you get your targeting, your dynamics, your timing, your distancing, your spontaneity going, because person will throw a surprise attack. It's not going to be a surprise to you. However, it is when you're in the action. It doesn't matter. You know it's coming, but all of a sudden you have to respond to it. So it's very cool. And the second one is in a tuite. How would you like to have that opening movement of the kata, okay, as an actual tuite, okay? And you grab that person and they try to escape the tuites, and as they escape the tuites, the next movement gets them right into another tuite. Right from the first move of kata, moving exactly through the pattern of that kata all the way to the end, never letting that opponent go, and manipulating them in so many different tuite combinations that it's impossible for them to escape, and you could exert the ultimate control at any given time. Well, that's what Hengetsu has. It's what just about every kata has if you put your mind to it. And that's what I'm going to be instructing in the Switzerland course. We're also going to be doing a film later. It's not going to be at the Switzerland course. We'll be filming at a later time. But I'm just so amazed at this possibility with the Hengetsu. I never studied Hengetsu before until I was contracted by Herman Woodley, the host of the seminar. And he asked me to do this. He asked me just to do a seminar on the Hengetsu. And I just took it a step further, okay, and decided, okay, I want to try to do this and then put it into the Hengetsu form that I've never done. And because I've broken down so many forms, because I know Kyusho, that's the key. I know the Kyusho, I know the hand techniques of the old ways, okay, the 6G hands, and because I've got all this information already, I was able to put those together in really short order, okay? I've been working on them for probably about 5 months, and they're completed, okay? I've actually used the moves in a dojo with ukes, going through the pattern, make sure everything is okay. It works with the dynamic of another person. It can work at speed. It can work in slow action too. And I've been working on this kata for that short a time, but it's just amazing. And the tuite even have Kyusho in them, okay? Because once you start doing Kyusho and you get really adept at the Kyusho, you really can't escape doing it at any given point. Your hands automatically do the Kyusho. And that's the point you want to get to. So no matter what martial arts you study, no matter what kata you study, no matter what you're doing in a real self-protection situation, you're going to be hands-on. And as an instructor, if you're an instructor for the martial arts, to give to your special students in a special program, like a black belt program, you have that much more worth for your students. And it's just an incredible journey. So that's what Kyusho brings you, okay? And that's what's possible in your kata. So stay tuned. We'll be announcing this as the seminar comes up. I'll be putting the post below. We'll let you know if you can make it. If you're in Europe and you can make it to the seminar, great. If not, you can sponsor your own. If you're back here in the U.S., there's no reason why I can't come to you and help you with this as well. Or for any kata, because I've broken down so many from so many different styles. Because the Kyusho gives you that key, and it gives you that ability to look deep into your kata, and it gives you that innate ability to, no matter what you're doing, from massaging a person to just hanging on to a spouse or something, your hands are always on these special targets, okay? And when you're doing your martial art application, you can't escape them. And that's the benefit of Kyusho, and that's why the old masters revered them so much, not just for their power and their efficiency, but because their innate natural action with the human interaction, no matter what the scope. Thanks for watching.